Hi, welcome back to another episode of Heal. My name is Gechi, whatever. It's really good to be back with you. The reason I say it's really good, I feel like our last episode kind of left us hanging. I feel like there were some things that needed to be delved further into. But before I do that, I want to introduce my team. Go ahead. Why? He's looking at me anyway. Go ahead.
It's me again. It's Ian. Pleasure to be here as always.
And it's Sandy.
I hear you say, where's the other person?
He's missing.
He told us we should do this by ourselves, so we're doing it. Reverend Chris is not here with us. That doesn't mean that he won't be engaging in what we do today. So if you do have questions, if you do have anything that you'd want to have him address, by all means, get in touch with us and we'll pass it on. I promise we will. We are continuing our conversation on friendship, right?
Yep, friendships.
Friendship, but today we're doing it different. Today we're going a little bit deeper in a, how would I say it? Deeper, but like wider. Like we want to be more specific. That's why we've got the thinking table. We've got our, let's dig deeper into what we discussed the last time. There was just a lot of things that we feel like could be talked more about.
Yeah.
I'm not driving this conversation today. Ian is, so go ahead.
It's me again driving. Friendships are very interesting. I find it very interesting. And I reckon, clearly, you both also find them very interesting after.
Yes, we did.
That display in the previous episode. If you haven't watched
Why he call it display though?
Do go watch it.
You should
understand.
watch it. Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, please do.
Go catch it.
Because, we are all human, and humans thrive off the bonds they share, amongst themselves. Mm-hmm. And it's only right that we really give some thoughts and some introspection to the relationships we manage on a daily basis, in our individual lives. In the last session we spoke with Reverend Chris about the different categories of friendships. You have the situational ones, you have the acquaintances, you have the organic ones, and I believe you also have, he made mention of the comrades. Just having that opportunity to think about where people fit under these labels in your life, it brings some clarity as to how you would manage and sustain those friendships. If there's a need for you to elevate people beyond where they currently are, then you would do so. But it also brings me to an important point, which is like expectation management, because oftentimes, expectation management, because oftentimes you find that, say for example, like a situational friend, right? You may be a situational friend, or you may be managing a situational friend, and they may be trying to elevate themselves past, that label, beyond that category, that box you've placed them in. But for certain reasons, you would know better than I, they just don't fit within them, and we just want to dive deeper into these categories of friendships. I think it's imperative because, again, I think I've already made mention of the point that it just helps in setting those expectations, one, and two, it just also helps you understand the way in which you would, treat them, and also navigate certain conversations, particularly when they try to, do things differently, or you feel like you are in need of a change. Reverend also made mention of this additional these additional branches, the aspiring class of friends, the people that you look up to, the people at a certain level you're trying to reach. And then you have your contemporaries as well, the like-minded individuals that you are walking with, and that you are, again, aspiring with. You have that collective mindset to grow and achieve certain things. And then the people that you are nurturing, the class of friends that look up to you, therefore you nurture them, you develop like a deep personal relationship with them. So I just want us to have a look at all these categories of friendships and just try to understand, the kind of value that we personally can get from them. If, for example, a major life event was happening in your life, would you involve a situational friend? In some circumstances, yes, perhaps because they are in the position.
Well, they're in position for that situation.
Exactly. So the situation demands that you involve them, right? But you consider the sensitive nature of the matter, and then it calls to question whether or not it's something you can, involve them into. So let's just have a look at those dynamics. I just want to get your thoughts, Sandy and Gechi. Like, when you think about how situational friendships have, I guess evolved and evolved in your in your journey. What are your thoughts on them? Like, do you feel that they are sustainable? Do you feel that you often struggle to prioritize them? What are your sentiments on them, situational friendships?
Do you want to go first, or should I go first?
You can go first.
Okay. So I think that friendship is just is complex. First of all, can we just agree that friendship in itself is a complex concept? Situational friendships, I don't even like to think that I have a situational friend. Like, what am I doing with a situational friend? I don't know. Am I an intimacy junkie where I want my friends to be my friends? If you're my friend, then you're my friend. If you're not, that's okay. You're someone I know. But I don't know that I want to classify anybody as a situational friend.
Yeah.
And maybe that goes with my expectations, where I'm like, no, if you're my friend, I would like to think that I can holler at you about whatever. Now, if you're talking about the depth of friendship, now that's different. But situational friendship, I'm like, I don't really want to say that I have a situational friend. So
I think what Reverend made mention was something like there was a situation that brought you guys together to be friends. So, for example, you have school that made you become friends. So if you had friends in university, because that's what I could.
But that's a phase of life, though.
But that's so situational, because unless you develop that kind of friendship outside after uni's done,
then it's done.
Then they're just more of like
someone you knew in school.
Sociable people, whereby they only know what's going on in your life because with social media you post, right? So that's made like a little like friendship circle a bit smaller. So you think you know someone, but in true nature, you don't really know that person, because that phase or that situation that brought you guys together to be friends in the first place is no longer there. So I would classify those people that I was friends with at university to now be my situational group of people who I don't talk to them, but I see them only because of how the internet makes us very relatable with one another.
Yeah, I mean, the internet has definitely closed the gap.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I think that's what's messing us up.
Yeah,
because of that gap that is closed, we're calling people friends that are not friends.
Yeah,
because of that, I mean, like, okay, all of a sudden I can just click on whatever, Facebook or whatever, and you find Instagram. You can find people and you start, hey, how are you? And just because they talk back to you or they respond to you, they're your friends. No, they're not your friends. This is my thoughts, right? So I think that in itself is the issue.
Yeah,
that gap has made us
There's no more
misclassify.
Yeah, there's no like whereby before
Ian is like, what am I doing here?
Before you didn't. Once you lose contact with somebody, you've lost contact with that person. Because you only like call on the phone. If you change your phone and if you change your number and it doesn't transfer to your new phone, you no longer have access to that person.
But if you see the person somewhere else, it's fine.
Them like many years, and then you're like, oh my goodness, like long time. I lost your contact, and then you make a decision whether to take it back again or just like you just talk and then you leave it. And so that's that. But because of now with the nature of social media, I don't need to talk to you every day or once in a while, even for you to know what's going on, because I post some part of my life.
Right.
So you'll be like, oh yeah, she's done this, she's done that. But I didn't tell you. But because I posted it, you seem to think that we're still in contact, or I would like something that you've posted. People use that as we're friends. We're still friends because I'm engaging in your content, or like you do something and I'm like, thumbs up, reacting. So now we have all these friends, but really and truly,
all these people we know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep calling them all the people we know. Go ahead, Ian.
I think it sounds like we probably need to reconsider these classification methods, right? Because there can be no such thing as a situational friend. Then.
Yeah.
It's either you are a friend.
You're either a friend or you're not.
You're not.
All right. So let's think of it this way: you have the acquaintances,
Okay.
Yes.
the people you know to an extremely limited extent.
Okay.
Right. These are the folks that. Oh, hi, long time no see. I hope you're well. And the conversation dies out. It fizzles out from that point.
And there are no expectations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
zero.
both of you, I understand there's no expectations. Yeah.
And then you have the friends, and then I guess when we look at the people we are classing as friends, then come in the varying degrees, right? You'd have the organic ones. So those would most likely be the ones that you are in frequent communication with.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. These are the folks that can be further branched out into best, close, and then good friends.
Yeah.
Get that? Best, close, and good friends.
And then good friends.
There we go.
Right. And then we can probably
go
after
deeper.
that subcategory there you can look at the comrades. Right. These are friends that perhaps you not perhaps, but you grew up with them for as long as you've been alive. You have known these folks. All right, so they're always going to be a part of your
Somehow.
life.
Yeah, it's like they're practically extension of your family.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like they're not going
So
anywhere.
you can't get rid of them.
Yeah.
So you might not speak to them forever, but then you know that you're going to meet them
At some point.
Because families have intertwined now. So I might not speak to you, but I'll definitely see you at my uncle's function.
That part, right? Family events,
like,
definitely.
Family events, you're going to be there. And maybe big events in my life, I may not necessarily want you to be there, but because your family is that close to my family, you'll most likely be there.
You most likely.
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make a good point.
Oh wait, I didn't make a.
Oh no! It's not. No,
playing.
You didn't.
I'm just playing. I'm just trying to die.
I'm just a good person.
But she made a good
She
point.
said something
No,
that
she did.
really
She did.
resonated with me. The fact that you can, because of that. I think I was journaling about this this morning, and I think I wrote. Was it? It's a cultural bond.
You journal?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Can we not?
Sorry,
we don't
sorry,
need to go
sorry.
into that.
Sorry. The things you find out about your friends, isn't it?
Like I phrase it as a cultural bond, because it stems from like as Africans.
Yeah.
You have friends that evolve into family in an informal sense, and I guess the saying that goes that the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, which connotes. That's
the first time I've heard that saying, but carry on. I understand it. That's a deep saying.
It's often been mistaken as blood is thicker than water.
I heard that one before.
Yeah, but the actual saying is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, which connotes that the friendships, the bonds that you build with people can far surpass, your familiar relationships, right? So you can have a friend who's much closer. Even in the Bible, you look at the relationship between David and Jonathan, exactly. So I think I digressed a bit, but you have these super close friends that you've grown up with, and I guess at some point they kind of fall outside that box, that bracket of friends, because your life has changed so much, and you've grown. You've grown into an adult now. These are like I think Reverend also said that the things that camaraderie that you had as children, right? It's fizzled out because of how much you've changed as a person.
Right.
So because it's no longer present, there's nothing to keep that adhesion together, right? So now, how do you go about, that situation? Do you continue to treat such people as friends? Do you relegate them to the acquaintance bracket? Do you just look the other way?
I believe in natural transitions. I believe that you don't have to call someone and say, look, I'm demoting you to, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to say it. It will naturally happen. I believe that if I'm not calling you...
Yeah. And vice versa.
And you're not calling me. Yeah. Because if I'm not calling you, you should call me. And if it matters to you, you should call me and be like, yo, why aren't you calling me? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why haven't I heard from you all this while? But if you are not also doing that, then we have somehow agreed without agreeing, without speaking about it, that we're moving in different directions. And I need us to agree that that's okay. Because the pressure of relationships and friendships is that if we don't have that, it's okay to move on, then we're holding people hostage for, you know what I'm saying?
I guess sometimes it's implied, other times the situation might require that you are,
That's if there's an issue.
No, I think no, because sometimes there is a one-sided beef that you may not know about because you have offended the person and the person has not sort of like discussed that with you. So you think, oh, we're good. I've not heard from Gechi for a long time, but we're fine. It's just life is busy. You're making an excuse that...
in your head,
life is busy. Not knowing that, like, you've offended without you knowing that you have offended. But that person may not want to be expressive about it. Some people, some friendship, you would have to, like, draw it out of them. And that is the level of how much you know them.
Yes.
Because when their mood change, you know
you
that
should know something's changed
between my friends. Then you'd be like, is everything okay? Yeah. But if you don't ask, they expect you to know that you've offended them. Nobody's a mind reader. However, there are people like that who would expect you to know that there's something wrong for you to ask, for them to then discuss the issue. But when you're oblivious, they're hurting, so they've withdrew. But because you're oblivious, you're just going on with life. Yeah, and by the time you know it, there's been a distance.
And then there's resentment as well.
Yeah, but then you think, oh, we're just growing apart. But not knowing that it was an offense that has grown you guys apart, but you just don't know that you're the one that caused that offense.
I like to have... what do we call it? Come to Jesus moments with people. Because sometimes you just recognize that something's not quite right here. And I also like to remind myself that just beware that you might have this conversation and this might be the last conversation you have with this person. Are you okay with that? If you're not okay with that, you need to figure out what you're going to do. But I think, again, the responsibility of friendship demands that if our communication has changed from what it used to be, I should be able to say, hey, what's up? What happened? Like, I would like for the people in my life to be able to pull me up and say, hey, yo, why am I hearing this from somebody else instead of from you? Why did I get that information from somebody else instead of directly from you? For me, those are the markers of, levels are changing, literally. Yeah. The level of intimacy in this friendship is changing. This is becoming a situationship. This is becoming a, you know what I mean? Like, so the circle is, you're becoming more on the outskirts. Circle. Yeah.
But you have to be aware of that. That's what I'm saying. You need to be aware of that level of friendship that you have. And then when there is a change, you should be able to clock that there's been a change.
I agree with you.
But because we're so busy and distracted, sometimes we don't catch it in real time. And by the time we realize that, I've not spoken to Ian for 2 weeks. I've not spoken to Ian for a month. By the time you realize there's been a gap, which it builds up. People, those that are not confrontational, they'll just build things up within themselves. Yeah. And so by the time it reach you, you'll then get either annoyed or upset, like, so why didn't you say something? But that person did not have that confidence to say something, or they were scared, of the outcome. So because of not saying nothing, the worst thing happened anyway.
Right, right.
So I always say with my friendship group, I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. If there's a problem,
We're gonna talk about it.
like let me know.
Let's talk about it.
I cannot,
ASAP, actually,
I
sooner
can't
rather
read
than
your
later.
mind, and I'm bound to offend you. I'm human.
Yeah,
but
but
if I
sorry is
step
a
on your
word. I can say
toes
sorry.
and you don't say ouch. You step on my toe. I'll continue to be stepping on your toes until
Yeah.
you're like, now my toe is like sore.
It's sore.
Now
It's turned black and
I need to
it's black and blue now.
like, step back. And I think with friendship, that's how we grow apart most times, because we're not communicating in the way that we should. And by the time we get to that place, distance has come, and now it's just that, well, we've not been talking for this past year, so, and I've been fine, you've been fine, so I guess we're just high and by. If I see you, hey.
That's good. I think you've segued us nicely into what I wanted us to address next, which is about the ways in which we maintain strong and healthy like friendships, and clearly that's transparent, free flow of freely open communication plays a good part in in maintenance of friendships,
Yeah,
good friendships
absolutely.
at that, and I think we should probably explore and consider like the other things that would contribute to this. Obviously, people are different. We all exhibit different character traits. Some people may not take kindly to, those open conversations, like those come to Jesus moments, or what some may call as like I think friendship breakup arcs, where you feel that a friend has wronged you, they haven't caught on to it. From your perspective, common sense demands that they should have caught on to it. And you take offense by the fact that they haven't caught on to it.
Yeah.
Right? And then I have some friends like that, and I love them to bits, that are very direct in that if they feel that you've done something to offend them, they would give you grace and then expect, some sort of apology. But then if it hasn't come within, let's say, like a week or two, then they come and approach you and say, yo, listen, this and this happened X time ago. Like, I didn't like it. Like, what do we do from here? Get me? And then their reaction, the response to that situation, gives them an idea of where they're gonna build onto. But not all people, like that approach. People don't take kindly to it. I mean, I'm a non-confrontational person, one, but at the same time, I do love open dialogue. So if someone came to me with that approach, I'd gladly participate in it.
I don't like how you're looking at me when you're saying that.
Oh.
I really don't like how you're looking at me when you say
Wait,
that.
but so you would not necessarily be the one to take the first step?
Well, I may not be the one to take the first step, but if the step was taken, we'll talk it out.
Would you then feel some type of way?
Oh, I would appreciate you even coming to me to tell me.
No. Me not coming. So you.
Are you not coming at all?
I'm not coming. You're not coming. How would you then feel about the friendship?
Friendship is dead, no?
Oh, it wouldn't die
It
immediately.
won't die immediately, but it would.
It will start dying.
It would be in a stay. For me, at least, it will be in a staying period.
So then, what do you do about that?
What do I do? I guess life just goes
And then
on.
we're back to it. We're back to it.
Okay.
It's going to die.
I feel like, so because I like solutions and I like to have clarity on my situations, I guess that sort of aligns me with the position that I would try to, I would approach the person.
Make effort. If it matters to you, make effort.
Because if it's been a while and I feel like, okay, let me put it this way, right? I would approach you and we will talk, right? And when I sense that the conversation has, like, it's going strong, then I feel like we have both impliedly put that matter to bed.
They just sweep it under the carpet.
Yeah.
That's not the problem.
No. We sweep it under the
People
carpet.
like to sweep things under the
Yeah, I know.
carpet.
Gotta stop doing that.
Yeah, so sweeping it under the carpet, I feel there's this tacit understanding. Like, because when you're talking, if you know a person well enough, you can see or you can deduce when they've
Left the building.
Not when they've left the building, but when they've come to peace, or of when they've
That's what I mean by
forgiven.
left the building. They've given up on the matter.
No,
It's like-
exactly.
They're done.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Like
some
they're
people,
done with it.
No, some people may seem like they have gotten over the matter, but it's an underlying thing that is there, that any little
One little
thing
spark.
will just bring everything up that
Mm-hmm.
things need to be addressed. I feel like
I'm big on addressing things.
Alright.
let's talk about it.
I'm big on
You
addressing.
know-
If you're my friend, then I think I don't want to be afraid of coming to talk to you about
Yeah.
anything and everything. But it's okay if you're not my friend. That's fine too. And it's like, okay,
But
I
we-
didn't
yeah.
bother because
But we might not, like, we can have that conversation and we can be, I agree to disagree.
Yeah,
I used
that's
to
it.
have a friend where, like, a lot of the times, okay, agree to disagree. We would debate on a lot of things. We never agree
I can't
on
lie.
a lot of things. So we just leave it as.
Are you
agree
coming to our side? Do you agree with
disagree.
us?
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreeing to disagree doesn't help. Because
No, because once you've made that, like, you're not understanding
Sometimes.
my point of view, and I'm not understanding your point of view, but I respect your viewpoint on
Yeah.
this matter. You have to respect that friendship enough to be like, okay, we might not agree, but that will not change how I feel towards you. It doesn't change how I love you. I don't love you less.
that's what the problem is. Because sometimes, I guess, speaking from my experience,
Yeah.
yeah, it does change the way in which you relate to them.
relate. Yes, I agree. It has to change. You can't.
Yeah.
So the person who has the keys to my house, and the person who knows where my safe box is, are different tiers, right?
Yeah.
When you act like you can't handle knowing where the keys to my house is, can I have my keys back? Can I have my keys? Because you don't need to have my keys.
Yeah.
You don't need to have those keys. You don't need to have that access
Yeah, you're not
to me
deserving of
anymore.
that privilege
You know,
anymore,
and I need
yeah.
to. I reserve the right to say that in my own way. I'm not trying to hurt it. I'm not saying people should. Let's not be hurting people's feelings just randomly.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying it's okay to make those definitive moves to say, "Can I have my keys back? I don't think I want you to keep having my keys. I don't think I want you to keep having that kind of access."
I think then it gets to a point where there is an issue, a big issue, that you now feel that they have crossed a line
Hey.
that you no longer need to be in your space. But we're talking about little things that could become a big thing.
That's how it starts.
So I might not have crossed the line right now for you to say, "But give me my keys back," but I may have said something that you did not like. Maybe you said, "Oh, how do I look?" And I'll be like, "That earrings is not that nice," right? So
Love is kind, please. Let's be.
but then you might not take.
But I
it-
like that though. I like
you
that.
might-
Yeah.
you might take
Little
it
things like
very
that.
offense to it, but I was like, I mean, why would you do that, right? But because you never
So
said
my
Sandy,
honesty.
I didn't like how you spoke about
Yeah.
That.
We need to normalize being able to say that to each other.
like, please, like, next time, could you be mindful, because that really hurt my feelings. But you're not going to say that. You will keep that locked in, right? And now then you're looking at everything that I say, everything that I
Through
do.
that
with
lens.
that lens. So friendship will start to crack. Things that I feel like we play about, you now then take it too deep.
Yeah. Everything is like.
Everything is like she's
irritates
against
you.
she's now against
a lot.
me. Yeah, like
She does.
but I only
She does a
made
lot.
one comment that
Right.
was a Passover comment
Right.
that to me it didn't mean nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
But because it offended you and you didn't say anything,
Right.
now to me we're good, but to you we're not.
Right.
And that's where the one-sided
Communication.
beef
Yeah.
starts.
You gotta communicate.
You gotta communicate.
And by the time you get to a position, now you don't even know why you're upset in the first place.
That classic.
And then so many occurrences have come up where now you feel like, give me my keys back. Do you understand? But if you had said
I'm laughing, but it's real talk.
in the first place when I said, "Oh, I don't like kids," I don't like. Then you'd be like, "Hold up, there could have been a nicer way for you to say that." Come on now.
I like that. See, can we just normalize being transparent with one another? If you say something to me and I don't like it, I have two options. If I'm gonna stew on it or stew about it, I better go deal with it on my, by myself. But when I come back to you, I cannot bring that energy, I cannot bring that memory, I cannot bring that whatever back to you. Or I can say, hey, can we talk?
Yeah.
Right? We need to talk about this. And when we finish talking about it, can we just leave it alone and just say it's done? Can we not carry it into the next season, conversation, whatever of our relationship? Friendships are suffering from information that was held onto.
Yeah.
Friendships are suffering from memories of things that happened. Friendships are suffering from suspect. I'm suspecting you of hurting me again, or saying that, friendship is suffering from lack of trust. Can we just, right?
Yeah.
So I think in terms of in terms of this conversation here, I feel like we just need to be mindful of how we are treating our friendships.
Yeah.
If it's worth it to you, then put in the effort, put in the work.
Yeah, and it works both ways. And I think some people are not confrontational as you are, but when I have offended you, you may not want to say it right away, then and there.
Yeah.
You may want to go and gather your thoughts, think about it. You might have to analyze, did she mean it this way, did she mean it that way? And then have sort of like a response to me to say, Sandy, can we have a conversation? And then you can say that, the other day, and I'll be like, I was just joking, but if I offended you, please, I didn't mean that.
See that sorry thing?
That's when you say sorry.
Say sorry. Just say sorry.
I offended you.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't think you have, but you are understanding that. But then if you say, you offended me, I said, okay, sorry for offending you.
Yes.
But because sometimes I don't know, like, I have offended you, but to you I have. So if I say, if I offended you, you shouldn't take offense because I used the word if.
Because I don't know.
Then you say, yes, you did offend me.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, I'm sorry for offending you.
Yeah. Because if she knows that she offended you, she won't say if.
People hold on to
She'll be like, I'm sorry for offending you.
words and then are not transparent with the person that you call as a friend. And that really cross over to relationships.
Absolutely.
So like your partner, your wife, your husband, you take little offenses without being open because they said a word that didn't sit well with you. And because you didn't ask them to elaborate, you've now taken offense. So now you change your behavior and your attitude towards that person. And it will just add on and add on and add on. A lot of, breakage in relationships and friendships over certain years. Someone will be friends with someone for 10 years, 20 years, and it takes when you look
those are the saddest ones. Those are the saddest ones.
That broke that friendship.
Yeah, those are really sad when I hear about that.
And it shouldn't happen. But we take certain words. You may be offended with the word if, so then you say, no, it's not an if. You have offended me.
Yeah.
Then if that person also value you and respect you, they will say, okay, I am sorry for offending you. But we shouldn't take offense to certain words, and we shouldn't hold certain words with so much weight that when somebody express themselves in those words, you now add it on see? She doesn't get it.
I mean, can we talk about benefit of doubt? I think that just give me the benefit of doubt. Just know that because...
Know my heart.
I mean...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're friends.
Yeah.
Ian is like, why am I sitting in the middle of these people? But that's the truth. Benefit of doubt, I think, is really another powerful tool in friendships. Because I know that this person has my best interest, good interest at heart, whatever. You know what I mean? I will give them the benefit of doubt. Such that if I hear something, I'm not gonna necessarily, if I don't want to brush it away, then I have to be able to go to them and say, hey, I heard, this is what I'm hearing. What's up? The benefit of doubt is the part where I don't go out there to attack you. No, I'm saying, let's talk. The other part is, I could have just said, nah, he would never say something like that. I could have point blank said that. He would never say something like that. Simple, because I know Ian, I know Sandy, they would never say something like that. And that's where it ends. Yeah. Benefit of doubt.
Or you can say, and even if they did, I'm going to speak with them.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, we deal with stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah,
we
I
don't,
think life could be so simple if we.
Ian Wise he's like, wait, what?
Relationship could be so simple if we're really honest with ourselves and we're honest with the people that we claim to love. That is in our lives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if I love you, I would hope that you also reciprocate that feeling back to me, and so therefore you love me enough to be able to say, okay, Sandy, I didn't like this. Sandy, you did this. And then I may like react and be like, what do you mean, right?
But where you going? You ain't going nowhere. We're here.
Do you know what I mean?
We're here. No, we're in it. We're in this.
Agreement.
Yes. We're in this. You ain't going nowhere.
It's really sad when friendship
break up.
breaks because sometimes you've known somebody, you've helped them, they've helped you, you've consulted them, like they've impacted in your life. Then one little thing, if that one little thing could break, what was the foundation of that friendship? Was it real?
Yo.
Yeah.
Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. I'm telling you.
Benefit of the
Powerful.
It is powerful.
Yeah.
You know, my mind just went back to a friendship of mine that got fractured for similar reasons. You know, just not having that benefit of doubt, just changed the dynamic, and it just was a reality check for me to just withdraw from it. Just bow out gracefully, because it was a friendship that I also really cherished, and I thought would, you know, last a lifetime. But then, obviously, an incident happened, and benefit of doubt wasn't granted. So
it's painful.
Yeah,
but
it
real.
is painful. But you take it on the chin,
It's real.
and you keep it steppy.
And you learn from it.
and then and I think benefit of the doubt, it's something that you should look out for and seek to implement in every friendship.
Absolutely.
Of
I
yours.
do it with you all the time.
Yeah.
With who? Me?
All the time. All the time.
Okay.
All the time.
We don't have to air this out.
Okay.
Not here. We can do this off camera.
I thought we were having a moment there. Okay. It's a safe space.
It is a safe space. It is a safe space.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I think if there's one thing I'd like us to drive home, it's definitely that and the fact that we should encourage communication within our friendships. You know, particularly when it comes to issues of hurt. You know, because when you keep things within and you allow them to stew, it just, you know, degrades the value of the friendship. And by the time you decide to act on it, you know, you've crossed the Rubicon and burned the bridge. Like, there's no going back.
There's no salvaging.
Yeah, exactly. There's no salvaging what's left. And at that point, you're just going to have to deal with the pain of having lost, you know, something so valuable and, you know, seeking it you may choose to seek it elsewhere. But the main thing is that you suffered like a significant
and then you
loss.
may withdraw, and then now you become very suspicious with everybody that comes in your life.
You
So
become
now
very
you're
wary,
saying you can't make
circumspect
friends
of people,
anymore.
and it
brings loneliness.
I've known
and,
some people.
You know,
Loneliness, yeah.
Loneliness. I think loneliness in
That's a
friendships,
whole
that's
a whole different
That's another topic. Perhaps we can
address this
treat
next
sometime.
time. Another time.
Another time. I think
like-
unfortunately we ran out.
This time.
Ran out of time for this session, and I do hope that you found some benefits, some value in that which we've discussed here. And honestly, you guys should really tune in. Like, we have a lot more in store. We really believe in what we're doing here as a ministry. And we really hope that as you continue to, you know, indulge in, you know, the topics and the content, you find yourself being healed of that emotional anguish. You know, if it's in your friendship, if it's in any situation you are going through in your personal life. So I do hope that you found this beneficial. And unfortunately, we've come to the end of the session. But trust me, stay tuned.
And get in touch.
And get in touch as well. We're open. I think we have a helpline.
We do.
We have a helpline. Yes, exactly. So that will be on the screen. I'm not sure.
Somewhere on the screen.
But somewhere down.
Down below.
Down below. So just keep an eye out, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.